So Monday the 16th of March, my name is Dale Roberts and I want to take you on a day in the life of me. I make a living talking about the Beatles, and today I'm doing 4 tours. It'll be about 13 and a half hours worth of work. So firstly, Magical Mystery Tour. I'm doing 3 Magical Mystery Tours. The Magical Mystery Tour takes people to Penny Lane, George Harrison's birthplace and childhood home, and we go to Strawberry Field, and we go to Paul McCartney's childhood home. They're the locations we get off the bus. We do also cover John Lennon's house, 2 of Ringo Starr's houses, the places where the lads met, where they were educated, where they grew up. It's a really fun tour, but it's high energy. I'm having to manage 53 people, and there it is. The tour finishes at 10 past 12. So I start loading the bus up at 10 to 10, and then finishes at 10 past 12. But I then have a little break, throw some food down me, goes through the Beatles story, quickly use the restroom, and then back out again on another tour. Starts officially at 1 o'clock. Off we go. This tour actually comes in quite late. I believe this tour comes in at about 20 past the hour, so it was about 2 hours 20 minutes. But it's a cool tour. Again, the bus full of people. We go to Strawberry Field. That's our health and safety. Put out some cones. Menlove Avenue, where John Lennon spent most of his entire life, and Paul McCartney's house, the most important house in the history of modern music. But there I am, quick little break. No food on this one. Quickly get ready. The last tour of the day on the Magical Mystery Tour. Always the numbers are a little bit lower at this time of year on the final tour of the day. I always find the atmosphere a little bit more tricky. You've really got to drag it out. But the tour finishes, and then once the tour finishes, I actually have my own tour company in which I do walking Beatles tours. I do many other tours as well, so I quickly throw some food down me and off I go to meet my guests at 7 o'clock on the pier head. Now, the guests I had on the tour, they didn't know each other, but turns out that all of them have done multiple tours with me in the past. So it was actually a really fun tour to do, because these guys, they weren't really just wanting generic Beatles information. They were really wanting to go into depth and detail, and they also wanted to sort of discover more hidden gems in the story of the Beatles and in the city of Liverpool as well. So I was really having to go into depth and detail. But the tour started up here head. We then walk all the way uphill to get all the way up to Hope Street, and when we get up to Hope Street, that's when we have a little pint. By the way, this was the day before St. Patrick's Day here in Liverpool. I thought it was going to be very busy in town, but it was actually quite quiet, which was nice. Very nice for a walking tour. I then end the tour knee crack, finally have a pint. I do an embarrassing attempt to split in the G. I walk back to the Cavern Club, because that's where I store my belongings. I grab my bag, of course get caught up with the music for a second, go and collect my dog, and then I land myself back in bed at 1:45.